Hello, 皆さんこんにちは。ふみかさんこんにちは。
Hi, Shinoharu-san.
So this is a new series, second of the new series.
The last one was really useful.
Yeah. So it's supposed to be unuseful,
But it was
be-
but
could
it was
be
good.
useful. Yeah. So it's how you use it.
Yes.
And I'm thinking of another one.
Okay.
This is what happens every time I get on a plane.
Okay.
Not every time. 60% of the time when I get on a plane.
Okay.
Okay, so I go on plane and I have my ticket. I have like 56G,
Okay.
right? And I go in search for the seat. And when I get there, there's somebody sitting on my seat. And both ways, on my way from Tokyo to London to Tokyo, there was someone already sitting in my seat. And when that happens, you check your ticket, right? And then you check the seat. And you're like, okay, 56G, and then 56G, and 56G. Okay, 56G, 56, 50. Okay, this got to be my seat. So I go up to them and say, I think this is my seat, but what number do you have? And they're like, what? Like, it's my seat. But this is 56G, right? Could you check your ticket? I go like,
They're kind of annoyed.
yeah, they get really annoyed. They're like, 57. And then they just go without saying, sorry about that, or, I was wrong, or anything. 57. And they get, their stuff and they move. And I'm the one saying, すいません. And then I sit on 56.
Oh no.
You know?
I know. I totally know.
You know, yeah, that happens
Because-
to you as well?
No, it doesn't. I'm usually the one sitting in the seat.
You're the one sitting.
Like, I don't know why this happens, but so for me, same. Like 60% of the time, I'm like sitting in a seat that.
Why does that happen?
I think it's because before when they're calling you into the airplane,
Right,
or
right,
if
right,
it's
right.
a plane situation,
Yeah.
it's like you have Group A, Group B,
Right,
Group
right,
C
right.
start coming in. So I have probably like Group C stuck in my mind, and I see my ticket and it has like 56. So I'm like 56C, but usually,
have-
but it's
okay.
actually like a different seat number. So. I don't know. That for me, that happens all the time. So I know how the person feels sitting in the seat, but I'm not usually annoyed because I'm usually.
Yeah, you don't seem like that kind of person.
Yeah, I'm usually like, oh wait, really? Oh, I did it again. I'm like, oh, so
So
sorry.
you're the person who has no confidence in yourself.
Yes,
right?
yes, because I always do
Like,
it.
the ones I bump into, they have confidence in themselves.
Okay.
Like they think they're not wrong.
Okay.
And they're like, what are you talking about? Like, oh, 57ですか.
Oh, okay.
And they move. And I say, すいません. I think that's
That's
so it could be, it's an awkward situation, it could be changed though. And I sit, and from the beginning of my flight, I'm feeling a bit, a bit bad.
a bit bad. Yeah, they probably actually feel bad too. It's
Right,
just
right,
that
right.
they don't know how to express and they don't know what to do, so
Right,
they're just
right.
like,
So
oh,
I guess it's out of embarrassment.
Yeah, exactly,
for
exactly.
making a
Yeah,
mistake,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
So they couldn't admit, or out of embarrassment, they're not saying anything.
I think that's the situation for them. Yeah.
But it could be more peaceful. It could be more fun if they go like, すいません。本当だ。すいません。間違ってました。ごめんなさい。お席温めておきました。
yeah.
So this is a word that you could say. 温めておきました。Which means I've what do you call, warmed up your seat. So if you could say that, then the person who came would not be annoyed as well.
It would just make the situation fun. Like the
Yes,
awkward
yes.
situation would turn into a fun situation.
Yes. So that's actually a famous word that a person called Hideyoshi
Okay.
used when like 1500s in Japan. A samurai lord, basically. But he was serving for a person called Nobunaga,
Okay.
and he had Nobunaga's sandals in his clothes, in his kimono. And so when Nobunaga was going out, he was searching for the sandal, and Hideyoshi would be like, 温めておきました.
Oh, okay.
So
Not just the seat, but the
Yeah, yeah.
sandals. Okay.
So that comes for and then Nobunaga was impressed by how Hideyoshi thought about him, how caring he was, and so Hideyoshi went up. So that I guess that's coming from there. But
so that's a famous like phrase that people know.
Right.
温めておきました。
Yeah.
温めておきました。 Okay.
Maybe but the wording was different, a bit different, but
Same
basic
meaning.
idea is the same. So 温めておきました。
But that's actually something that can be used in English too, or just any language.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
like, I was warming up the seat. I feel like maybe people do say that.
Maybe,
Like, I was warming up the seat. I was just warming
What
up
do you
the seat.
say if someone comes up to you?
So what I usually do is just like, oh, I'm so sorry, and I gather my stuff.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, oh, well, if depending on how like the person seems to be, I would just be like, oh, well, I hope you enjoy the rest of your flight. I'm really sorry about that. And I would just apologize and tell them,
Well, that's a peaceful conclusion.
Yeah, but that's usually how, in overseas, like
Right,
Western culture, I feel like that's very normal. People say like, oh, enjoy the rest of your day, or
Yeah,
have a good
you
day.
add one phrase after apologizing.
Or not even,
Right.
not even when you're apologizing, just in general, people would say that. So
Right,
I would
right,
probably
right.
just add that.
Right.
But I like that. I'm going to do that next time. Oh, I'm so
Yeah, you
sorry.
should.
You know what? I was actually warming
You're
up
going to
your
use that
seat.
a lot.
Yeah. But when you say it in English, I feel like you have to be careful because it sounds a little bit too comical.
Yes.
Maybe in Japanese too. You
Maybe
just have
in
to be
Japanese
careful.
as well.
Yeah.
So you could piss off that person
exactly.
more
Yeah.
by
Depending.
how you say it. So you have to be skillful, and you have to show that you are sorry. You know that it's your fault, right? Before you say that word.
Yeah.
If you skip that part, then you could be like sort of an offensive kind of character.
Yeah. But that's actually, I like that. But not just even airplanes. You can use it in any situation if you're in the wrong seat. Like when you're watching like a movie or Shinkansen, like the bullet train.
Yeah. In movies and theaters, that always happens to me as well. Someone is always sitting in my seat.
Okay.
What's with that?
Yeah, I'm usually the one sitting in that seat.
so it's you, yeah. So someday I'm gonna bump into you.
Probably, and I'll be like, oh, I was warming up the seat.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
And I'll
that's
say
useful.
I like it cold.
That's true.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good one.
So yeah, that's another phrase. 温めておきました. In English, it would be
I was warming up the seat.
I was warming up the seat. Okay. And then maybe you can say have a nice flight or have a nice in a movie theater.
Enjoy the. I hope you enjoy the movie, or yeah.
Wow, yeah, that's good. So you end with a positive note, right?
And then everyone's just kind of happy and not feeling like awkward or bad or anything.
Right.
Oh, good one.
Yeah, because when I sat in my seat, I know that the person who moved is sort of annoyed, and they're behind me.
No, yeah, that's right.
It's a little bit of a pressure
For you too.
to have
Yeah.
someone being annoyed at me
Behind you.
me. Yeah.
But I bet you all those types of people who don't say anything really do feel that inside. They just don't know how to show it. So hopefully they'll be watching this and they can use your term.
Yeah. So yes, unuseful phrase that you can use. 温めておきました. Please use it.
Yes.
When you sit in someone else's seat.
Yes.
Okay. So see you again. Bye bye.